broken home. I've seen so many people go. Learn to make it on my own. It's easier for me to be alone. So how are you? Keep cutting through. Claiming you're not like the other guys. And only if I could give you a chance. Show me that you mean it. We'll feel some type of way.
Welcome to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower in Valorant. We're broadcasting it from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena, and welcome to the Esports Tower Valorant Rumble. Tonight we kick off with our Week 2 Valorant Rumble. 7 teams are all fighting for the spot in next week's Grand Finals. We are kick things off with the Eruption and Eagles. I am your host, Brandon Red Hot's Koziantik, and joining me to call the action today is none other than Greg Old Soul Smith. And Greg, with a new week with 7 new teams, or not new teams, but 7 teams all together and stuff with a couple new teams in there. What do you think about like overall agent pick, or what do you want to see, what you don't want to see?
Yeah, definitely. We could see some strange combinations with so many new rosters, and we have been seeing some strange combinations. I know that we've seen someone picking up on Phoenix.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
So I'd love to see just strange out-of-pocket things, people playing what they're comfortable, and seeing new blends of teams here.
Absolutely. I think there's so much to actually like go on, and each team is kind of dabbling in a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
I'd love to see some neon maybe, but have to put a lot of time into that agent. We've seen a couple pro teams pick it up here and there, but nothing kind of hitting yet. So I am really excited this week, though, so I love to see kind of all those new agents. People play the controllers now with that Brimstone and Omen in the mix, able to kind of play all of those. So I love seeing that. Obviously the Chamber and still the Cypher players who can still play it really well. So I'm really excited overall, and I just can't wait to see, all these new teams and all the new competition, because there's a lot of teams that usually who are kind of dominating in the past, not in it this week. We don't see the droughts, we don't see the landslides. So I think anything's really up in the air, and I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well.
And I think the first map will be on Ascent, and so anything you kind of want to say on about Ascent or the map itself?
No, it's a pretty typical map. It has a mid zone that you can take or you can leave, and it has a strong A and B with Heavens or Not. Like, it is a playground for a lot of different agents and groups to go play together. There's not an obvious meta for Ascent,
Absolutely.
I feel.
Yeah, and so here's to take a look at the bracket. With Infernos are going to take a bye as they won last week as the Spring Champions. We have the Quakes versus the Firestorms, the Eruptions versus the Eagles, and the Spiders versus the Blizzards. With the first game will be the Eruptions versus the Eagles on Ascent, like we were talking about. The Eagles make their Rumble debut. It'll be interesting to see if they can get past our returning teams. And, of course, there's 7 teams in this week's Rumble, which means that getting to the Grand Finals will be a lot harder than it was in the past, because you got to win all those different matchups and stuff like that, of course. So just good little bracket, and big bracket this week, as I've said. So I'm really excited to see these games and hopefully get some good close ones as always. Of course, as casters, we always want those good ones.
That's the goal.
And, of course, we can always look again for these brackets, and I think overall though I'm pretty excited for at least just especially Ascent, because a lot of teams have kind of been some people have been working with the Astra still a little bit. We'll see here and there, because there's people who've been put so much time onto that agent, and it's kind of like, obviously we've seen in different esports like League, of course, where your champ gets nerfed, but you still play it. Yeah, I think it's still viable, and of course like that. But of course there's Doc's Keys of the Game in Valorant, which is presented today by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. And in Valorant, you want to flank efficiently, spend and peek wisely, diminish their econ and loot, and dominate those angles, improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. That's Esports Tower. Thank you. And, of course, you want to make sure that you always follow those Doc's Keys of the Game and these maps and stuff like that. And we'll kick off our Week 2 Rumble with the Eruptions facing off against our newest team, the Eagles, which is obviously a pretty cool logo. Kind of like that. A little 2 different colors. You don't see that very much in here.
Yeah, the 2-tone flaming feathers.
Absolutely. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's like a black flame for those Elden Ring players. Okay, we'll kind of see KO locked in for, I think it's maybe the Eagles. KO for each team, though. We're going to see Jet from each team. We're going to see the Omen, I think, versus the Brim, and then
Chamber on each team.
Yeah.
Caesar.
And then a Sova versus a Sage. So kind of 3 mirrors on each side, and then basically 2 kind of slice of life picks that you like yourselves, which is good.
Yeah. I do like seeing Sage come around.
I also really like the Sova pick. Big fan of the Sova pick.
Yeah, so Sova's like it seems like a fan favorite on this map. There's always a team that picks a Sova. KO can be hit or miss.
Yep.
Sometimes they're chosen. I'm surprised we don't have any Reynas. I mean, Jett is a really good call for this map, but
in my personal opinion, I think what we're going to start seeing is we're going to start seeing the back to, like, you know how they used to have the one duelist in Sky meta, and now it's going to be the one duelist in KO. Because every pro player recently, and especially like you've seen a lot in pro play, you've seen KO a lot on these shorter maps. His silence is just incredibly good, especially with the rise of Chamber. It kind of makes KO's even better. If that Chamber ults, you can silence him. He effectively is useless because he can't use his Sheriff or he can't use his, his off. So a lot of the time they're just going to use their pistols if they're not going to have it. So save rounds for eco, especially with Jets as well. Just get a lot of value that way. So I've heard a lot about the KOs, and I think a lot of people have been playing KOs. So I think over time you should see a lot more of those.
Looking right at it, we're seeing a full B push, or at least a very committed poke here. But the offense or the defense is got an aggressive hold on it. So
they just got full.
People moving right in.
Oh, he's in the smoke though with the
sleep.
with a shorty.
Drip Lord looking
Classic
to take one
sleep.
Out. Ooh,
does get very close. Got like 3 HP there. It seemed like, or 4. Gonna trade 1 for 1 there though, with Chamber being pretty low. Sage did get her heal off beforehand, so helps.
Oh, that flank is coming around strong.
Great job there by DeBoss Simp.
There is a flanking flank. We can see the Spike is actually fleeing A. We'll see whether or not it gets caught up against this Jett here. It looks like they make it past. Hippo Watcher gets absolutely rolled by all these defenses come rolling out.
I think Kazu's trying to get the Jett here, but he could have got a plant off, but deciding, okay, maybe that they were someone on site or something of that nature.
Maybe a bit greedy. I mean, considering that he is... Ooh, he's getting tracked down himself by the other KO. But considering that he's the last one alive, it's hard to go in for that plant because you get totally swarmed from all sides. So.
Great peek by Mail right there. And what a fast round. I mean, they just kind of pushed out of B main there and just...
They really did swarm.
So they just kind of like went out there. And so pretty good to see that there, of course. And the first round will go to the Eruptions. And apparently, Mail has been a part of the successful teams the past Rumbles, and the coaches hope that he can lead this Eruption team in this Rumble this week. So I love to see basically high expectations for Mail there. Good round, kind of everyone just, a couple kills here and there, just kind of held that. Omen got really close to getting that kill on the Jett, but unfortunately it was like 2 HP there.
Yeah, it was a really cheeky hold there, that last player alive, but they were in a good spot to take it, but the...
Ooh, great shot by Mail there.
Moving right in, a split push on A, and we already see the defenders are pushing aggressive on it, holding right here in this garden.
Slowed though.
Ooh, slowed and coming in behind him, just takes 2 out.
Oh, the Eruptions are not playing around.
No, DeBoss is ready. Plastic Sleep goes in for the plant solo against 5.
Yeah, good try getting that plant down.
Credits,
yeah, so good try there, but they should be able to buy regardless here, so not too, I guess upset about that. So
yeah, Eruptions with a 5 survive. Looking at a solid bonus here.
I could definitely see the Eagles kind of start going for this default action. The Eruptions have been really aggressive on this defense. They've been pushing out a lot, and I think a lot of the times when you see that with teams, you'll hear guys play standard, wait for them to push out for us, so we can hold those angles, get those picks, then take side after. So
yeah, interesting that if Eruptions are going to kind of play against the win con here and take the clock into their own hands, then the Eagles can really just let that happen. Play quiet and let him move in. And it looks like that's what they're going to do. We have them kind of posted up in mid and some watching A, and they're kind of just baiting shots from this Marshall here instead of actually checking angles and moving in. Happy starts to go for that, but there's a lot of smoke happening. Should only be a few more seconds to those drop, and they should be into Garden with help from Long, with only one person, that Jett watching A from the back. Wow, but she is still firing at it.
Hippo Watcher to get the pick onto A, but they have unfortunately rotated already here, and now the Eagles are going to have to... Still getting on a site here with this.
Oh, Cosmic got that first flick, but it's just not ready after the reload for the second one.
Oh, wow. Big flank opportunity from the Omen here, though.
Yes, definitely. I don't think he... Oh, that's crazy.
I think he was maybe hoping. Yeah, I think he was maybe hoping that they had one kind of just stay over there as well. Gets one, though. That's not too bad.
Yeah, he got his one.
Yeah, that was a bonus for the... yeah, true. That was the bonus there from the Eruptions. I got 2 down, which is actually kind of not bad because the Eagles are not going to have enough to, I guess one will be able to buy. And maybe he'll have another buy. So, but it still does a dent to their eco for next round if they do lose. So always good to do that.
Does indeed.
No ultimates coming out yet, but we're going to see pretty soon here. There's some ults are pretty close to finishing here with an ult or a kill here and there. So
yeah, everyone's about halfway except for that Jet, who's only got one more.
Yep.
Plastic Sleep ready to take the knives
Same
out
with the
next round,
KO.
probably.
If he gets an ult or he's 2 away. It's a big ult, especially on the offense and defense with that silence.
Ooh, the shock dart, good. After that info dart keeps getting shot.
I like the swap up there. Usually he's been kind of putting the
yeah.
recon dart first, but now he did the shock dart, then the recon dart. So you got to at least get that information still.
Good adaptation.
Yeah.
Considering how split the Eagles have been playing here, you can kind of trust that there'll be someone on B.
This is our first, like, you know, I guess, big round of buyings for each team. So we see the Phantoms and Vandals. So this comes to Chile a lot. Big, you know, kind of favoring this all 5 cat area. Ooh, going to the corner with your utility, unfortunate. Does trade, though. Not too bad. 1 for 1.
Oh, Happy just, wow. I honestly did not deserve that one.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes you just get those moving hit shots, but it works out. Oh, Katsu does try, but looks like Eagles are just kind of really trying to force it down here. And it says they have been working on teamwork and coordination, the addition of the new players to their team, which maybe they're just kind of like, hey, you know what? Let's all follow the same call no matter what. Yeah. So at least we're on the same page there, which is very fair. But I think at some point you got to have at least like maybe a lurker or maybe one A main, or you know, you got to send someone else out there so you can have that flank of multiple angles.
Yeah, kind of flesh out the family here, spice it up a little bit, because when they walk one at a time into the same unchecked angle, that's just sad. There's just an issue with angle isolation here. Checking too many at once and then hoping that your flick can follow up.
Absolutely, and especially when the team is kind of, I guess, got a read on you. They kind of know that they're just forcing everywhere. Nice shot by Katsu.
And we do have knives active too. Eagles, you can't count them out. They are still doing great.
Absolutely. They do have the Brim ult as well to kind of clear that back side, maybe a post plant. Sometimes it's either, you know, it's kind of hard to gauge which one is better in certain scenarios when you're attacking on Brim here. So we'll kind of have to figure out, you know, what the team kind of thinks here. Maybe this could have the ult ready here. Probably start with a knife. Oh, does peek. Really wide peek there by the boss. Oh, he gets 3. Whoa.
Ooh, Happy absolutely sprinting out of there. Been suppressed. Knife out, ready to just run to the other side with that spike. Molly's to cover his back. They might split and try to pinch him here. They force through, but he's ready for it. Takes one, ready for the next. Not quite. Still, though, to take out 2, that's pretty good. And they cleared 2 ultimates off the board on the Eruption side for that as well.
I'll say Eruptions at this point are just good knowing that Eagles are basically just going to commit to wherever they go here. And so I think the biggest thing is as soon as they hear or like see Eagles somewhere, the Eruptions are just rotating instantly. And I think it's really hard for the Eagles to play around that when the entire team's coming to defense right away, especially on this A site where they can all just come through heaven and come through tree. And it's really hard to play. And especially, honestly, Plastic Sleep right there, just kind of wide swings when his team's looking at there and gets 3, which is just
unreal.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's pretty impossible for to win the round from that one. So we're here, the Chamber ult coming out, the 2-a-day force.
Yeah, the Eagles usually only rotate when it's a panic rotate, and offensive rotations need to be made with plenty of time on the clock. Wow,
a lot of damage to that, yeah.
Through the smoke, Sleep takes quite a bit. We do have a flank guard here, or someone watching a little bit.
He is going to hear the heal now. Oh, you know you want to shoot. That's a good spot right there next to that lever.
Whoa.
Oh, there it is. There goes a KO ult. Try to answer you with that. They're all silenced here. Oh, does get Stinger down.
Enemy down.
Oh. Happy looking to get that.
Yeah, unfortunately, just thought he could get the res off, but he was waiting for it.
Hippo Watcher to play against 2 people here. The spike is in the hands of the defense Eruptions, but one of them's real low, and there's no chance for any kind of health boost here. So he's playing against a Jet with knives on the table, though I don't think we're going to see him come out. And that's fast. Didn't she have her knives out a round or 2 ago?
No, that was the Eagles Jet.
Oh, perfect.
She's not used them yet, though. Triple or Darman is very low, so just kind of just one hit to the body here, or even the feet just kind of kills him here. Oh, just like that. Gets a headshot anyways. He doesn't know where the last one is, so
the last one,
he's a lot of corners to clear. Yeah,
can smooth this right over and kind of get him pinned down as he comes out.
Oh, yeah. Great shot by the boss there.
A great try there, though, if he was able to jump that gap.
Yeah. I mean, it is pretty hard, though, because you don't know where the last one is, so you're obviously going to try to, like, well, I'm going to check this angle to put TP here, and then unfortunately, DeBoss just kind of knows exactly where he is since he didn't hear him running or anything like that. Checks that angle. He's right there. Has a really wide swing, really hard to deal with. So, Giblo Dartman did a great job there. Getting 2 right there to make sure that the KO can't get res as well as getting the kill that, who's trying to res him. So, overall 5-1 for the side of Eruptions here. Eagles kind of struggling with this attack here, but slowly kind of figuring it out. 2 to 4 is coming out here for the side of Eagles this time. Ooh, an off. Yeah.
Katsu barely avoided that silence, and then Cosmic barely avoided the op shot.
Not going to see any information with this silence, so they know that they're kind of backed up here.
They're even considering a rotate here, and they've got Spike in pocket right at B.
Oh, nice shot by Hippo Watcher. 4v4 still. It's a good start. They do have bomb down, though. The Eruptions know exactly where it is.
So they start the rotate already.
Nice flash.
A little bit of this, yeah.
Really low here now, though. Nice, great shots. Great to use utility for the 2 of them to play that. Well, they have res as well. Unfortunately, they just have a gunfire squad just going off right there with a reverse double peek. Male has an op. He wants to peek it pretty bad. Oh, unfortunately, Male had that angle, and great shot by there to end the round.
Hippo's so close with both of them.
Yeah, he really was. He really was. And it's like Eagles are putting up a good fight at these rounds. Usually it's like a 2-1, usually it's a 2v1 here. This is a great flash here to play together as a team. Got that one, but the Eruptions are just rotating, kind of just reading everything the Eagles are doing. You see the double rotate here and do the double peek with the res, and they just do a great job of just firing them down.
There's good cooperation and communication from the Eruptions here. You see them rotating together and then either peeking in doubles or peeking, one after another to really flay people here.
Absolutely there. The biggest thing is just Eagles can't really kind of figure out what a strat they want to do is. It seems like nothing's really working in terms of getting onto sites here, so I think they're kind of just trying to play default a little bit, but getting picked off by the side of Eruptions, just playing really aggressive on this defense, and like you see that, you see Lord Darman get that pick mid.
And then just backing right off. They're still kind of holed up here, don't know whether they should cross cat or not. Eruption still getting aggressive. 1 considering Garden. 2 back on A.
Yep.
They're all posted up in standard positions, and Eagles are kind of spread out here. They've given up a lot of territory on B, so they have to walk real slow to try to retake that if they want to.
Ooh, the silence doesn't get any of them, though. Oh, it does get actually Hippo. So they know 1's there. Lord Darman gets another pick on to Cosmic mid. Or sorry, Cosmic on A, but it was mid there. Katsu. Boss gets a pick on Hippo Watcher. Now it's a 2v5 here beside the Eagles, and they're just getting picked kind of everywhere they try to, take. So, ooh, that was really close. Ooh, he was ready for it though.
Yep, the
great crosshair placement.
Both the Eagles looking to follow that up. Now together can try to peek on these guys.
They have Brimble here.
Last player standing.
Oh, so close. Almost got that wall bang.
Oh, he is blinded.
10 seconds left.
Okay,
Nice.
Does get it at the end of the day, but he has no time to plant, though, so this time you just want to probably take a gun and then just save.
Yep. Looks like he's posted up in the corner, just the same idea.
Yep.
They're going to come try to hunt him out, get an outro here. They might be able to take him.
As he gets silenced, but nothing you can do about it.
Not worried about it.
Eruption's going to go up 7-1 here in the side of the first half on this defense, and I mean, they are playing this defense super aggressive. It seems like they're just not letting, Eagles get anything for free no matter what they do. They just kind of know that Eagles are probably going to either force something and then hard rotate to the other way, or Eruption just kind of holding angles now, and every kind of 1v1 gunfight they're losing, and at that point it's really hard to play around.
Yeah, and I like that the Eruptions have been able to vary up their play, and they started out really aggressive. Then when Eagles dialed it back, the Eruptions responded.
Yeah, exactly. They kind of know that, hey, they're rotating a little bit, they're not committing, so we're just going to play back a little bit. So.
Whoa, speaking of which, the aggression is back on the table, and Katsu and Happy takes some out, but not before DeBoss can get a say. So we're down to a 3v4 in the first couple seconds of the round. They've got to commit to A now that they know those A players are gone.
Yep, KO coming out here. Silence them as they go into sight. Some good dinks through that smoke there. Cosmic and A does get the pick onto Sova there. Male gets a pick on a Cosmic in return, though. 2v3 now, still for the side of Eagles. Oh, really bad spot that Plastic Sleep was in. Oh, and Omen just jumps down and takes both of them out right in a row there.
Happy doesn't like fighting up close.
Yeah.
He definitely has a tendency to run away when things get really close.
And I think, he's trying to get that ult for Brim. I think he's trying to get a good spot and stuff like that.
Yep.
But, sometimes it's just really hard to you have information with, either you don't know with your teammates trying to be helpful and they're like, hey, you have ult Brim, play for ult. But the next thing you know, you're like, that's all you're thinking about. And then next thing you know, you're running away and you get shot from behind. It happens all the time. And it's not like it's the communication's fault for saying that. I mean, it's okay to say that and stuff like that. But sometimes you just get caught up, thinking about utility. And right there, I mean, Dripplord just kind of jumps down, knows they're not really looking at that spot, and he just gets two right there. It's a great aggression play by the Omen there. And now it's 8-1 for the side of Eruptions, and Eagles are on a save round here. Or, basically an eco round. Oh, look at, this is a cheeky spot here. Does get one. Does get two. Okay.
Oh, switches ahead on her and finishes the job. That silence goes out just to check this hallway here as they start to move in through this pinch point. Katsu holding off to the other side, and they're all there, a 3v4. But several ults are on the table on the Eruption side.
Yeah.
They decide to back off of this aggression and just kind of leave it as a poke, start to move around. They spent a bit of utility over there, but it's not too bad considering. Got some move up through mid, though, so if they want to play, they might have to go the long way around. It looks like Katsu wants to keep going through here, maybe check some, just poke through. Being backed up with the Marshall from Chamber. Decide to full swing and takes
great
one out.
shot.
Ready for the next. Gonna go take care of Dripplord, starting out with this grenade. Oh, and peeks with his arms out and then has to run with the knife to try to avoid the shots. That's just
19 HP here. Although the Sage should have heal soon. Yep. Oh, he peeks it while trying to heal. Just not given time enough, and now they're behind him. And it just seems like the Eruptions are everywhere here.
They really did swarm on him. Oh.
Great shot by Hippo there. 1v2, but man, I will say the Omen Dripplord is doing a great job of playing these different angles of the elevation with his TP. You see him always up on top of these angles, jumping down from angles, being on top. Like, it's just really hard to deal with that. And I think that's what makes good Omen players good. Like,
and I think that ability to find new off angles,
exactly,
makes all of a sudden, instead of there being a lot of different points you have to check, it's just an array of points. And the Eagles are struggling with that. They're kind of jumping into new territory and checking some like standard spots. But
Absolutely.
That Omen's really punishing with the off holds.
And he's really aggressive with it, too. Like, he'll TP on a spot, he doesn't see anyone, he's jumping off that spot, so then you're even more off put because you're like, how did he get there? So a lot of that's just kind of back and forth here. Oh, accidentally missed the dart.
Got a little too bouncy.
Plastic Sleep got to pick on the mail right away with the op. It's a good start there for the Eagles.
Cosmic jumping around with the knife. Hippo Watcher thinking about moving in here. They play in the smoke, just waiting. It goes down. They don't see a whole lot. Plastic Sleep, with the well-timed flash, is unable to catch. The Sova goes again. It doesn't happen. And Sage standing right in the doorway goes down to Spike.
Oh, one on the flank, though.
Defender's coming around, and Happy was so close to catching him, but Katsu comes in with a third one.
1v2 here, but he has the op.
That's true. Oh. Well done. Going in for a quick plant. Not quite going to make it, but.
Last round.
But they will take the round.
They will, and if
so
they take
9-2 at least. And you know what? If they win another one, that's 9-3 curse. That's 9-3 curse. I mean, it's
definitely something to consider.
You got to consider that. And maybe you just lose a round.
There. Do you think they did something different there that helped them get that round?
I think right there they kind of they were trading back and forth. And what I mean by that is when the Jet comes and flanks, instead of him getting two usually every time, they trade 1 for 1 right there, and then it makes it so much easier to actually play the round because now it's a 1v2 in their favor instead of the usual where they're down 1.
Yeah, so just playing off of contact, kind of moving together and being able to.
And also the pick at the very beginning from Plastic Sleep released the tone for the round as well. Katsu gets a pick onto the Sova right away, which is just what they need. So now it's a 5v4 here. They do the Jet Knives. I don't think we've actually seen them, though. Okay, we have. Now we have.
Eruption's pulling them out, yep.
The Omen does have ult, so he can kind of play these weird angles or play on these sites and hold.
He does, right?
Does get happy,
real
though.
Aggressive, yeah. Katsu looking to move in. It doesn't happen.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, quite a few go down.
And
Dripplord
just like,
two.
I mean, what a fast round. I mean, you saw kind of slow playing, 1 kill, 2 kill, and then boom, the entire team's down for 3.
Pretty explosive there. I mean, that does happen when you have the entire team playing together, though. Enough quick trades, and you kind of drop the whole thing. But
yeah, we're going to see a 10-2, which is pretty side of the Eruptions. I think it's going to be pretty hard for the Eagles here, though, because the Eruptions have already shown so much aggression on defense. And I think it just shows that when it comes to offense, they're probably playing these really just
unhinged,
straight
yeah.
at you. And I think they have the good aim right now. They've been showing they can just basically take those trades. So
the question is, can the Eagles find good enough places to hold? And,
Yeah.
you know, quick enough on the trigger to take care of Eruptions just pouring in, which I think we'll see on this A hold here. Yeah, especially considering that we're going to see utility coming straight out from
absolutely,
the Omen.
yeah.
Let's get into it.
Let's see here, yep. Looks like they're going to have an A push here.
Ooh, the Headhunter coming out round 1. I like that. The entry.
Good dash. Yeah, we love seeing that by Jets. Really creates the space on the site, makes it really hard for them to defend.
Simp making it in, looks to close the door, and Man holding up the back. Might catch quite a few here. Coming through the smoke, does one. Ready for those next two. Backs up with the frenzy, goes in for another one. Doesn't quite get it, but he does get some damage off. Now it's a 4 against 3. DeBoss Simp looking to follow up on that play from the Omen. Takes one, ready for the second. A little bit of pre-fire, goes up to go aggressive, but they back off from it. We've got them just chasing because they already have plant, and they can just wall these last two out.
Oh, he's trying to wall behind them or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, Cosmic also got caught with his wall out there. I think if he has his gun out, they can actually maybe win that right there. Honestly, they had two very low members. We can kind of watch this again. Driftlord doing a great job of kind of playing these off angles, and they have to just kind of assume at this point. You should always just kind of shoot through the smoke a couple times there because this guy's doing it so much. He's playing so aggressive, and with the Jet dashing there, it makes it really hard to actually play against. And then we'll see this one. After that, we see Cosmic kind of hold around for a wall. I think he was trying to maybe think they're going to flank and then they can play through Heaven or something like that. But unfortunately, just got caught with his utility and then, you know, goes down. 11-2 for side Eruptions, though. Pretty one-sided game so far.
Ooh, the Sova Odin already coming out.
Ares.
Ares, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's hard to distinct the two, honestly.
Yeah, but not second round, yeah. Ooh, Happy catches one in the flash. Well done.
Oh, there's two already, though. Like I said, these Eruptions are playing so aggressive, and especially with this Omen playing so aggressive in these smokes and just TPing everywhere.
Yeah, Eruptions are ready to just close it out now, but the boss is
they're just running down. 5 for 0 right there.
Goodness.
Throw a bonus next round, but I could definitely see the Eruptions actually, like a few cases where I could just see them upgrading, just be like, hey guys, let's just try to win the game out here.
Yep.
But see what they're going to get a bonus, play it smart. Obviously, I think that's a smart play. Just kind of bonus it out, have enough for next round, and then if you lose this round, you just play for the end next round. And Eagles have a bye as well. This is going to be kind of their stand, of course. At this point, if they lose, it's just over. So I think you just got to have some good angles and try to do whatever you can to just hold out. We're going to see Katsu with a Bucky actually kind of holding that angle over there.
Unfortunately, the Eagles don't have enough ult economy for an all-out round.
Yeah.
But they're not matched against much ult on the other side either, so they're going to try to get ult for the cannon. Wow, that
gets
Bucky
two.
pays off.
Didn't TP away, though.
Yeah, the others swing in and do take him before he can
Oh,
TP.
the Omen
so
TP.
Boss is looking to close that door before one comes in, but she may have snuck through. No, not quite.
She tried. It was really close.
Cosmic got close, but they're already coming in through Heaven as Cosmic rolls around, so Driplord set up a crossfire here, but
oh, wow.
Miss the suppress, just barely take them out before they touch the ground. Can they get these last two and clean off this round? Looks like they'll take one. Now it's a 2v2.
Last player
Ooh,
standing.
one fall. The Eruptions only with one left as Cosmic gets. Oh, boy.
Great job there by the Eagles. This is the round they just needed. They played those angles. They had a flank from tree. They had, jump down, make sure, hey, that we know the Omen's down there. So overall, great job.
Good swinging off contact to take care of that Bucky after the second shot, as well as we had some good crossfire here. Just
Absolutely,
took care of people, got ready for the next one. Just good map awareness, able to hunt people down.
So the tree flank's really big here because then he just has the angle where now he has to worry about two angles of Heaven and obviously on site, and it just makes it so much harder to play in a 2v1 there. Now we're gonna see the buy here from the Eruptions, which he's got the Spectre. I think he has enough. Happy not buying him a Vandal, even though if you do lose this, it is over. So I think it is worth the money to buy that there, but maybe they ask for the Spectre instead. Kind of watch a mid here by the Eruptions. Gonna follow that Sovodrome in.
Happy just snuck
through there. Just snuck by. It was a great intuition there, yeah.
Yeah, good timing, Happy.
They do see the stim, though, so they do know that they were, close.
That they was there.
Wow.
Ooh, goodness. Everybody was ready for that one.
Yeah, Cosmic gets picked. It's now 5v4. They're still in sight.
Going in for the plant, and Slinger's going to back him up here. Starts to get aggressive. Sees
great
that head,
shot.
Follows down. That last one's just not quite there. Again, that is swinging into uncontested territory because you're jumping up on top of a box, showing yourself to fresh angles.
Yep, and just like that, kill in 13-3 for side Eruptions. Kind of a overwhelming victory there, and honestly well played by the Eruptions. I think they played it overall. They had a good read on what the Eagles would do. It seemed like every round they had a plan of what they were going to do. especially on defense.
Yeah.
They had everyone rotate if they saw all of them or heard all of them. They didn't rotate towards the end of the half because they were adapting. They knew that, hey, you know what? The Eagles are starting to play a little more standard, trying to go mid. So overall, I think they did a great job of adapting there. And Eruption just deserved that win. They just kind of overpowered them there. And I think it's just kind of hard to do something like that, you know?
Yeah. There it is. Eruptions. ET Eruptions are your winner for tonight so far. But we're going to see who plays against them pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great first game. We still got 2 other games to go for the night. And so hopefully we can kind of see some closer games, of course, but overall, I think that was some great gameplay, no matter how the score was overall.
And
so
a good
I think
display of adaptation, which I think is the name of the game right now.
I would say, I mean, I think even when you're winning, it's good to keep adapting as well.
Yeah,
because I mean, you can obviously just win and then just not do anything, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, the attackers are going to adapt, and next thing you know, it's a really close game.
Yeah, lots of turnarounds.
Yeah,
in this game,
and so I
you
think the
always have
biggest
to
thing
keep
is
on
you
that
just
front
got to adapt right there. And going at it can only get you so far. Ultimately, if you want to increase your chances of success, you have to level up your teaming skills. We just saw that in the last play by the Esports Tower there. We saw some teams, especially the
Eruptions.
Eruptions did a great job with teamwork there. You can see how they use that together. And Esports Tower really takes the time to create teams of well-matched teammates. I'd like to give a shout out to Coach Halter. And if those haven't haven't checked out Esports Tower clubs, you should. It's a fast track to rank up. And we take a peek at the standings next, kind of see how we got here and what it looks like after this match has been played here. And right here we can see that the Eruptions have taken down the Eagles, so they'll go into the semifinals. And then the Spiders versus Blizzard. Oh, actually, we're going to the other games are happening at the same time. So the Quakes beat the Firestorms, and the Spiders beat the Blizzards here. So I think the next one will be the Infernos versus the Quakes, if I believe so. But either we'll see this first semifinal match after the break here. So don't go anywhere. We're going to go to a break, and we'll be right back with another game.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your Guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble. In Valorant, we are broadcasting from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena, and welcome back to the Esports Tower Spring Rumble Week 2. The group stage is in the books, and it is now time to see who the next week's grand finals. Up first, the Eruptions take on the Spiders in the split in our first semifinal. I am your host, Brandon Red Hot's Koziantic, and joining me to call the action is none other than Greg Old Soul Smith. And Greg, we were kind of talking about it earlier, and with the map being split is what the map we're on next here. We've kind of talked about, hey, we kind of like split recently, especially in Esports Tower. We've seen a lot recently. Yeah. And so is there anything that, you kind of want to talk about, or you like the map, you don't like the map, or especially spectator or playing it yourself?
Yeah, no, I definitely like it. It's similar to the last map as one of the classic maps. It has a lot of room for people to kind of change their build, their team that they're looking for. It's not like obvious meta. There's definitely people that you'd want to pick over others, and I want to see how that changes the Eruption's playstyle. Yeah,
because I think like you're saying, some of the others, Raze is a very popular pick on Split that you kind of see not on a lot of maps, but you kind of see her on like Bind, and then maybe Split especially though. Like Raze is picked a lot, so I love seeing those Raze players as well, and I think Chamber especially has a really cool I guess good take with that as well. And I do want to say we do want to take a moment to congratulate all of the Esports Tower club members who have graduated from the clubs and have been offered scholarships across the country. Over the last 3 months, Esports Tower club members have received over $1.6 million in scholarships awards. These students have not only worked hard on their in-game play, but worked hard academically and have earned these scholarship opportunities. We could not be more excited and proud to see all the opportunities these players are getting. And it's just a crazy amount, $1.6 million. I mean, it's awesome to see that, players from Esports Tower can, play, not only to have fun and, find fun teammates and stuff like that, but also get money and scholarship opportunities for doing so. It's just a win-win overall, and I love to see it.
Indeed.
And, of course, that gets us into Doc's Keys to the Game, which are presented by Esports Tower. Scroll Pro advice at esportstower.com. And Valorant, you want to do flank efficiently, spend and peek wisely, diminish their econ and loot, and dominate those angles. That's presented by Esports Tower. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. And now back kind of on the topic here of the split that we love to see, of course. And split, I think I'm hoping to see a lot of cool agents go back and forth. I want to see some more comfort, too. Like, I'm not a big fan of, like, okay, well, we know Raze is good in this map, but no one on our team plays Raze. So we're going to pick it anyways, and then it's kind of like a mediocre pick at best, Yeah. Because Raze is a very hard agent to play efficiently. She has a lot of hard blast packs. She has a lot of interesting ult opportunities, grenade lineups and stuff like that people kind of just will play and be like, okay, well, I know she's good in this map, but, I don't really know how to play her. So I'd love to see if you're going to play it, you should practice it.
At this level, it definitely has a skill floor, but once you can pass it, she just has really effective utility on this map.
Absolutely.
I mean, her grenades in those little pits that the ropes make are just huge, and the same with the Boombot.
Yep, I said Boombot can clear a lot on this map.
A lot of ground.
You don't want to clear it.
Now, this Omen I love because one-way smokes from the Omen and the Viper are huge. So I love seeing Omen on this map, and the wall placements. I mean, we've had Sage on Split since beta. All this time to find cheeky wall placements and nice little boosts. So I think we're going to see some quality utility usage here. I'd love to see some synergized utility. Stuff like throwing a molly down on top of a slow, or a wall behind the paint shells.
Yeah. I love stuff like that. This is the first this first spot in the next week's grand finals up for grabs between the Spiders and Eruptions. Both teams make a quick work of their group stage opponents. Let's see who we'll be playing next week during this game, of course. And we're just, we've seen their comp a little. We talked a little about it, but we're going to see the Chamber from both teams here. We're going to see the Raze versus the Jet, so we can kind of see who gets more value there. And a big thing as well is kind of that Sky versus KO. They're essentially both initiators.
Very aggressive
both
initiators.
Similar things as well. And I think the KO last game proved that it can just show a lot of detriment to the enemy team here, especially with Split. You can get a lot of information with that knife, that silence knife. So a lot of cheeky spots if you have lineups and stuff like that. As well as Viper. Viper was played on this map a lot. We haven't seen it recently in Esports Tower, but right now we're going to see it, which is a great pick on this map. Her walls, of course, are really good on this map with these lineups and have been there for a really long time.
And her ult on A is huge.
Absolutely,
All of her smokes in mid are huge.
And, of course, we're going to see, Spider Sage kind of holding that mid here, and we're going to see the Eruptions kind of going this 5-man stack on the A push here. The Psychos could be holding this angle.
And then look at that quick rotate. Yep. The Spiders are ready to just commit to the commit and coming right through their own spawn here, looking right into a Duelist.
Oh, great right click. Oh, that was a good blast pack.
Overwhelmed.
Yep.
And Overwhelm is the name of the game as they look towards Draken.
Oh, wow, he's reloaded. Oh, does get one. Great dash away. Now 2v2 here.
Bear looking for this next one. They're so low health. Might be able to take some. They decide to back off. A good call as Psycho comes in to help him. Driplord Darman decides to rotate for it, but Spiders are ready to hear that, and they actually almost beat him to the site here.
The eruptions are very low here.
Darman just
Great
waiting
spot.
in a beautiful spot. Barry is just not ready for it, and if he peeks through there, he'll be down. That frenzy
do have
just
to worry
right
about
at the
Heaven here,
knees.
though. Yeah, I'll say, yeah, great push around there. They're the last one, and I mean, they did get plant down at the end of the day. That's really good there. They both both members of the eruptions there were both like sub 40 HP, 30 HP, so they're both one tapped either way. So great to get the plant down, get those extra credits.
And a team 3K, it's not like you're going flawless into second, but just between I believe it was Barry and Psycho, that communication there of like, I'm at smoke. Well, don't push. I have Heaven. So I mean, once one knows where the plant is, they can tell the other one what area to watch or not, and then the other one is safe to not push until. That was just good cooperation. I think if that communication didn't happen, then Psycho would have gone, or Barry would have gone down to the one in Heaven. Psycho would have got caught by the Omen moving.
Yeah, and the one thing I do want to point out already is the eruption synergy between Raze and Omen. I mean, last game it was the Jet and Omen. They do a great job of playing together so aggressively together, so it's even harder to play because they play these angles and they'll push both at the same time, one higher, one lower, one using the blast pack. And so I do want to highlight that they're doing such a good job of playing together as like a duo on top of these sites. Yes, it's very important to have.
If one person plays really aggressively on their own, there's a good chance they get swamped just by jumping into the thick of it. But the Spiders did a good job of just absolutely swamping the eruptions, just one post at a time. Sage is a duelist. I like that outlook on Battle Sage action. She's posted up here ready for DeBost.
The screen, we love seeing the screen. So let's see those one taps.
Oh, yeah.
Barry's kind of just holding that mid. They're playing this really slow. This is kind of the strat, I'm guessing, where the eruptions are kind of just like, hey, and like, we're going to wait till this time, and then we're all going to go on this time together, so then they hopefully over-rotate and stuff like that. Ooh, great flash.
Barry
just goes straight into Heaven there,
Does not even worry about it. And that's the 3-2-1 as Sage as a duelist has got to post up against, oh my goodness, 3 angles there as they were just pushing right in around.
Oh, great flash. Does get one, goes 1 for 1 though. Ooh.
Ooh, very crazy with that Spectre taking 1 out from midair. Huge value to the team here as they win with 3 still alive. Ready to bonus up a little bit, kind of looking around to pick the best guns, mostly Spectres.
Yeah, I would say, honestly, overall, pretty good there by just taking the side. They did get the side there, and this was a great Heaven take because that pop flash mid, they didn't use it to get a good angle. They just used it to go straight to Heaven.
Yep, they just skipped through it,
And that's the reason why they got the site here, because the Sage couldn't just look at sight anymore. They had to be careful about the Heaven as well. And the moment you have to have 2 angles to worry about, that's when you just obviously get shot from one side, and then of course they take sight, get planned down. So the Eruptions have more than enough money to get full util and full guns.
The Eruptions, on the other hand.
Yeah, this will be a full buy here. We're going to see these Spiders going with the bonus, of course. The all these Spectres. Oh, gets caught reloading.
That is a rough.
Not a good start you want to see during your buy round. But of course, still more than fine for this angle. Ooh, I don't think they saw Barry. So, great jump. Yeah, great jump peek there, yeah.
And he is just at the gun disadvantage at that distance.
Yeah,
Draken's
exactly.
coming in to help him out. Maybe. Might poke up on this, but there's some utility coming at him. There's 2 posted up there, and he doesn't check that other one.
I like that blast pack that DeBoss does there. It's really hard to kind of react to. And then your teammate can push as well there for Delpeak.
Used it twice in Heaven there.
Ooh, got some damage to the smoke there.
Driplord
could be planning behind the sign, which you can shoot through, so they'd be careful about that.
That is true. It's also a very old school default. You got to be careful there.
Great shot. Oh, good flank coming in here from Male.
Gets one. Follow it up, get another one, and beautiful.
And Eruptions take the round. Great job by Eruptions. I mean, it just shows that, they got a lot of good flanks coming in here. They're not just rushing A. They thought, okay, maybe they pissed around. We give it a try, obviously. That's fine. But then other than that, you have that one kind of just lurk coming through mid. And they don't expect the 2. Because at the beginning of the round, they get a pick mid. But then Male was like, just slowly playing mid, comes back, gets a pick, gets 2 of them, ends the round. And that's just what you need to get your first round going. 2-1.
And we've seen a pretty typical pattern here, wins and loss-wise. A coin toss to whoever's more comfortable on pistols. We saw some good communication, took it, and then they take the one after with the kind of bonus up. They lose on the bonus because they're down guns. So I think we have pretty matched teams here. Spike in pocket decides to dedicate to A. They start moving in, but they have been silenced. So Psycho has the upper hand here, decides to relocate, get a little bit of a good crossfire with Duelist. Oh my goodness. Playing fancy there with the knife. Kind of has to repeat.
Oh, a lot of damage taken here.
Goodness, he is not ready to be peeked here. But Psycho able to just come in clutch with that crossfire that was set up with Sage's Duelist.
Yeah, that was a great crossfire by his teammate there. Really saved his life there.
Yep, just set up from the get-go. Stinger looking to catch too, but it's not going to be there.
Sage's still there, though.
Pops off.
Wow.
Wow, that was a good 2-on-2 peek. Goes into the hands of the Spiders, bringing them 3 alive, moving in.
Yeah, and that was just an aggressive round from both teams here. Great back and forth here. This is a great trade by just having both angles covered here. Sage goes back for another peek, kind of holds his team's angle right here, gets the flank. And then they do, just keep holding those angles. It's a great job. They have rotate. You see someone coming from ramp as well, and it just seems like Spiders, the moment they hear something, are ready to just kind of play that post-plant area or just play to hold that site. Because they weren't on site. There was one on site to kind of that cross angle, but everyone else is holding that.
Sage listening for any noise, pulls out that wall, makes the call.
They do hear him, yeah.
Quite a bit. Oh, they are moving right in. Hopefully Duelist is ready for this. Oh, plays crazy short and just muscle berries him, but it's not going to happen.
One, though.
Wow. Simp does take another one. Themselves.
Oh, yeah.
It was a self with that paint shell. It's got a kind of aggressive. Ooh.
Honestly, Tambogos did a great job there by getting the first kill, knowing that the spray was, going out of control there, and then resetting it there.
Yeah, tap firing is the name of the game. Yeah, Riot definitely wants you to be tap firing.
Oh, great. I mean, Spiders are just really kind of...
It's good to see at this level of play that when they know they have the man advantage, the win con kind of changes, and they start to go for swarm. You really kind of Pac-Man in on them once you know that it's just 1 versus 4.
Yeah.
You don't need to be watching your post. You know where they are.
And they know where the spike is here, and they're not, I guess, just aggressively peeking. They're not looking for the last kill. They're holding those angles and then waiting for the last kill to come to them for the advantage. And I think that takes discipline because more times than not, you want to go out for that last kill so bad. I mean, there's one guy left. You have 3. There's no way you could lose. But that's a lot of these rounds can go down. So great discipline there. Ooh, great.
Psycho.
Yeah, we're going to see 5
Oh,
silence
my goodness. Here. Decides to play up on it. Not going to get too aggressive.
Great nade there. Did a decent amount of damage to Sky there.
Definitely. Barry just shooting through the smoke here, calls for backup, and now Heaven is mostly empty.
Oh, they're
just start to see him
dry peeking this together.
Yeah, they really are, and they kind of pay the price for it. The Psycho takes 2, Barry takes 1.
Ooh, good damage.
DeBoss does reply with a 2, but Darman gets 1, and Barry catches 1 right off the side there. Spike is down.
1v2.
Ooh, that tap fire from Darman just takes it.
Oh, great job by Tambogos, just kind of playing really aggressive there. Knows he has to go to site for the spike there because they did have it down beforehand, so he knew that he was kind of going for that. And just these rounds are so fast, but I mean, look at the Spiders. They're just reading them. There's no one B.
Yeah.
There literally is no one B here. They're all A. They're playing these different angles, and they're playing the crossfire extremely well. You see someone on site.
That silence information got a lot, and the rotation was there. And I like how once they know everyone's there, they rotate straight through mid. They're all at a very mid placement.
Yeah. And Psycho, I mean, he's playing that back angle where he can play the crossfire if they go onto site there, and then the crossfire angle as well on the site there. So they're doing a great job of holding this here. And Spiders are now back to default. They know that, the Eruptions just rushed 2 times in a row. There's no way they're going to do it again. So
just goes to show that your basics are really important because what Spiders are doing right is having good crosshair placement and good positioning.
And look at them on the map already. They have 4 already
absolutely posted up. So they're able to take 1 out, ready for the next one. Saw a little body there, goes to peek in for it, takes another one, and TP's right out of there. Draken, on the other hand, sliding down to help Barry here. Barry doesn't even need the help, takes a shotgun to the face on Simp, sending the spike down. They're at a full commit here, 1 left. DeBoss kind of hold up in the garage here.
Ooh. Did see him, though. He did see him, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
DeBoss
Maybe not.
knows there's potential.
Might have been too far.
Toxins going up.
If they did press side, they know that's a fake, just because he has ult already. But great job, Barry. And Spiders, 5 for 0. I mean, it just seems like the Eruptions are kind of what we saw last game. They're really trying to force these angles on the split where they think, okay, well, let's all go through B, garage.
Yeah.
And then the Spiders are ready for it. They have literally 3 members playing right away, 1 member already rotating, and then the 5th has the Omen ult. So, I mean, it's just so hard to take these sites.
Spider is not afraid of team play or immediate rotation.
And I mean, at this point, I think the Eruptions kind of know that, and they're like, hey, we don't play default, but maybe it's just not working out for them, or they think that maybe default doesn't work out for them.
If I were the Eruptions, I would start splitting people up and take advantage of that. But
Seekers coming out here.
Because see, as soon as the Seekers are out, we already see A has rotated off completely. That could have been 2 people. It could have been a 2-3 split, and they're swarming A, but it's not the case.
Yeah, look, we see Jet, Chamber, and KO already going through spawn to B.
Yeah,
but they looks like they're actually kind of holding it this time.
Reconsidering, yeah. So Simp has already made it up into heaven, and takes one out. Now that full rotation comes in. They start to slide down both in garage and coming through the ropes here. Looking at the back. Oh, on heaven. That's a rough one. A is able to take one out, meaning we're at a 3-4.
Great attack here by the Eruptions.
And this is a good ult here and a good plant in that ult. They have just put so much utility back there, just walling them off entirely. It will be hard for the Spiders to push into this, especially considering they've got...
Oh, wow. Drakon went crazy down there.
Psycho being taken out by Simp. Barry with just 1 health because of that DK has to kind of push in.
1v4 here. Yeah, he's going to save.
Yep.
Oh! Well, Lord Darman is saying no.
Yeah, Drip Lord does.
That's what I like to see the Eruptions, you know, kind of doing exactly what we were talking about. I mean, they adapt. Look, they have 1 this time in garage. They have 4 mid with that utility with the Seekers coming out and stuff like that. So they have the 2 angles as well. And just did a great job of actually taking on site there. I mean, they just kind of all push that 1 angle that, you know, sometimes they know that Sage Wall mid, then they leave.
Yep.
Or they have 1 mid there. So great job playing those different angles. And then next thing you know, they have the Viper Spit as well, making it really hard for that rotate to actually be able to effectively take resites. So.
I like, though, last round, the Spiders, and it's hard to pick up on, but the Spiders were not, they're pretty disciplined.
They were.
They could have raced in and tried to get to site earlier, but instead they let them take it, and they hold just behind the walls for post-plant.
Oh, great grenades do a lot of damage.
Duelist with a beautiful.
Yeah, that's 17 HP there. Yeah.
Oh, they just got him there.
I know what Sage was trying to do there, but great blind from behind, but I think nothing's going to kind of come about it. Male gets to pick onto Psycho on site, by the way, with going through garage there. Oh, great shot. And just like that, Eruptions are adapting.
They sure are. Wow.
Tom Bugs gets 1 pick.
Plays through smoke and almost takes another one. Decides to kind of run with the op and switch places with Draken.
Oh, look at the flank here from Omen, though. He's ready for it.
Oh, they are so ready for it.
Oh, man.
I don't even think Omen's going to be ready for this. Oh, absolutely cross-examined.
Dartman is definitely like, why is he looking there?
Yup.
But, I mean, that's a great job. His other teammate has his other angles, so make sure that, you know, they could be flanking very well. So
yeah, what crazy game sense to say, my op does not work in this territory, and they already have all the utility on it. Time to watch the flank.
Yep, so Eruptions are taking another round here. Ray's doing a great job of kind of using these blast packs to get around the corners first. And then Male doing a great job of having that 1 lurker. They've kind of learned that, hey, we can't just 5-man stack this. We need to play multiple angles. And Male having that flank through garage makes it really hard. Gets a pick onto, you know, site, so it makes it so it's very easy to take site instead of having to worry about those corners.
Yeah, because just adaptation to enemy gameplay is the way to do it. And that's why we saw Simp absolutely just roll with the paint shells onto...
Yeah, they did a lot of damage to it. I know what Sage was trying to do there, but, I mean, sometimes you got to just back out there.
A good kill here right after the flash. Is able to respond after the flash and flick up. Counteracts that squat, that sit-down control with her own.
Tom Bug is doing a great job with this op already.
Good game.
She's a good angle,
back off, because pushing out of that smoke with an op is not the move, and you can't hold it short either and let them push through it.
This time, Eruption's going back to just the 5-stack B here.
Yeah, might get some good utility out of it. They can take 1 or 2. Their wall is set up.
Big blind. Oh, he's shooting through. Oh, he doesn't keep shooting, though.
Man, Draken could have got so much money off that. Ooh. Omen with this good hold here. Might catch Draken.
Oh,
not going to happen.
Shot.
He's ready for it. Goes in for the second, but Slinger knows. Slinger's taken out by Tamongos. It's a game of chess out here.
Oh, that was a huge play if he'd have got that. Yeah, I mean, good try by Tom Buggos there. Does a great job with that op shots, but Male gets that 3K from that kind of behind area. So great flank this time, just going through mid, it seems like. Yeah, we can see him in mid. Gets that pick onto Barry, doing a great job, gets another, and then just goes into heaven and takes the control. And that's what we're kind of talking about. I mean, I think the big thing is on split, especially on attacks, is having that 1 lurker to play that other angle that the team has to worry about. Because they don't know how many is there, or they don't know if you're rotating or anything like that. So I think playing those multiple angles makes it really way hard for the team to deal with. And I think that's a great job the Eruptions need to do if they want to come back in this game, which is exactly what they're doing. Okay, we're going to see the tour de force coming out here for the side of Spiders.
Little bit of a B mid split. Might be able to get past Barry here, sneak right up into heaven. But Duelist playing a little bit further back, though, with the same idea. Is able to catch
shot.
one, which has the spike. Spike pushing in first on a controller was maybe not the move. Barry has to run and not quite. Yeah, just gets dropped right through. Duelist and Psycho just sitting on the spike here behind the wall. Oh. Huge flash there, decides to play off it, gets a little more information than they're ready for, decides they bit off more than they can chew and decides to back out. Duelist responds.
Oh, they got the bomb, though.
Well. Oh, they did, and they run right out and sprint to A. The holders in mid are not quite
great
sure, though.
shot.
Tumbago's
Yeah, he's ready for this, too. If the Raze jumps up, he's definitely ready for this play.
Tumbago's unwavering, holds that spot, and defense decides to rotate back around there. Not ready for that. And look at this poke and switch.
Just, ooh.
Mail taking it back to the other side. Sage is a duelist. Might get some info after those gunfires. Let her know there are people there. Mail going in for the plant. He's got to check some stuff out first real quick. There's not a lot of backup.
Oh, great shot by Tumbago's. This guy on the op is doing a fantastic job right now.
And that was an awkward position for him.
Sage, I will say, had a really good angle there.
She held there for a while, too. They kind of walked by her and said, heaven's clear, and then snaked back around and went the opposite direction.
Yep.
That was a little cheeky.
And I like the discipline right here. Gets the pick onto Raze here, and then immediately falls back.
Yep.
Doesn't look for the 2, gets 1, falls back, makes sure, hey, we have the numbers, let's play the numbers.
Yeah, you have the numbers and you don't have the information.
Exactly, yeah.
Because once you've made a pick, the other team has information that you don't.
And it's so easy to be greedy for that second kill there, too.
Oh, you can't
But, I mean, I think that getting the 1 and then stopping is so much more impactful because then you have the rest of your team coming as well.
Speaking of greedy, everything is on the table here. This is the last round before the swap, so we see the tour de force coming out, and I'd expect to see a nice Omen ult, maybe a Sage ult if we get good positioning for it, and it is already rotations from the Spiders to answer to this push from Eruptions right through
Drakon,
the gate.
if he ever looks at the VOD, is going to be like, man, I need to start spraying through this smoke.
Yep. And they just pull all onto him.
Great blind, but unfortunately the last one doesn't get blinded, and that's just what really gets you.
They're just so quick.
Oh, great wall there. Do you see that? That was cheeky.
So many going down. Tumbago's looking to hold another spot, but wow. Good blast pack understanding. Hops up to heaven behind a wall that's set up here. A position they're not supposed to be in. Might catch one. We'll have to see if Barry's ready for it or not.
Oh, he
sees him right on the edge.
I think the boss thought that maybe he didn't see him, but he saw you. And overall, 8-4, I mean, honestly, Eruptions, with how it started, it wasn't looking too good their way.
Yep.
But they did a pretty good job. I think 8-4 for attack is really not that bad on Split. I mean, Split is more or less defensive-sided, depending on how you play it, of course.
Yeah.
So, and after last game, I think the Eruptions could definitely have a defensive-sided nature on Split because they kind of play like Spiders did, honestly. They have a lot of rotates. They play pretty aggressive on the defense. You see Spiders doing the same thing here. So Spiders do have the driver's seat in terms of score 8-4. They have the momentum, but I think very well this game could go either direction here for sure. Ooh.
And I already like this. Look at this three-way split where they're going to...
And this is starting to become a lot more common with Chambers, where it's the same thing with Jett, where Jett can play these really wide angles and then dash away. Same thing with Chamber. They play these really wide angles, try to get that headshot, and then boom, flick out, instantly go to rotate their team.
Yep, his immediate area of control, or zone of control, is a lot wider than most people.
Oh, this guy is holding a crazy angle.
This is a wild, thin angle.
If you hit that, I think you're ready to go to pro.
That's intense. Like, he decides he's not going to get a whole lot of fruit from that tree and pulls in his teleports. Might move up from it, but here's Omen coming around. Ooh, they are both considering a little interaction here. Looks like they're moving up on mid, and wow, just by the shoulder, Sage's Duelist gets so much money off of Mail. Mail has to absolutely run out of there, calls for backup. We see DeBoss coming in to try to clear that up, sends the wall up. Ooh, and just bad timing from DeBoss. Almost got caught there.
A lot of damage, though.
Did get a lot of damage off, but no kills from anyone so far. Eruptions are just low with 2 players.
Just holding this angle ready for this grenade.
Absolutely posted up with the paint shells. Considering going in, Duelist making the move, but Simp is just waiting for him with that E, and it goes into the paint shells, can't be avoided. There's one in that goes after, and unfortunately,
Barry
was just not ready. Yep, didn't know what they were up against there. Mail low
a lot of damage,
health.
though.
Yes.
They have 2 really low HP on the side of Eruptions here.
And man, those Eruptions, the Spiders are kind of caught in a hole here. DeBoss closing him in on mid. They have to force through her.
Oh,
they
great
sure
shot.
do, though. She was incredibly low health, though. And some action on A while the spike goes B. How long can they hold? looks like quite a while. They've totally got the plant out, and we already see our Omen moving up, getting ready for these two coming through the back. Sage's Duelist looks to take that other one, clears him off, and Omen knows that he's being pinched here, has to go and follow up on that 1v1. Looking to take Duelist out of heaven. Plays gentle, checking all his corners. And they close in on Sage.
Look at KO, though. KO's a big flank.
Ooh, indeed he does.
Yep, including the last one. Great job by Spiders there. Playing the angle, Sky in the very, very long rotation. So, love to see that. This is great. Just way to hold this grenade here. Unfortunately, Sage almost got that headshot, which would have been a huge play, but, you know, just misses a couple, and then...
And this grenade was
just goes down, and Jen gets just stuck.
And Sage made it out and had to heal for herself if there wasn't just a strong following after that could have made it, but that's all right.
Yep, and that was the bonus here from the Spiders, so most likely the Spectres. We're going to see one kind of two pistols. Okay, he ends up going to Spectre, yeah. Gets one with the knife here. It's not too much information, but does, you know, at least raises there.
Oh, and they're ready for a mid hold. We already see Viper put her wall up onto mid, and little unclear where they want to go. It looks like some are rotating B, some are hanging out in sewers. But the utility is still working around. It looks like they're going for B.
Absolutely here.
And mid is just wide open since they took one out on the Eruption side. So Sage is a Duelist considering going up through heaven, but they'll be met with two foes here, and they kind of need some backup from the spike carrier. Jet, on the other hand, is just waiting for people to move through so they can take Garage. And good timing. Sage's Duelist takes one down and just goes aggro with the wall. Wow. A good thing they had one on their back there. Jet's able to move in. Barry taking out man. Makes it a flawless game for the Spiders. And Spiders are really
10-4.
kind of picking up here.
Yeah, I mean, Spiders really just seems like they just got a lock on kind of what's going on here. We're going to see, you know, the mid push here together. They have the one kind of flank here, the Jet. Holding it down, waiting for the smoke to go out. Doesn't get cheese. It's a big thing here because obviously when you know that you have an eco round on the enemy team, they know that they're prone to shorties, especially smokes. So obviously when you see a smoke, you'll be really, really, you know, privy to, hey, that guy's probably has a shorty if he's in there.
Yeah, I got to play anti-eco there.
Yeah, and you just gotta wait for that. And also just like playing that stacked A, throwing a silence, and then just leaving away.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
Yeah, using it solely for information. Because when KO first came out, I was like, wow, this guy is incredibly aggressive. There's no way to play him that isn't literally a CSGO player. But people proved me wrong, and they're getting so much utility from just using that. And we saw this last game, too. And that's what led Eruptions to really
See,
just fold
at the end of the day, he got that initiator kind of just see where they're at.
Yeah.
You know, Sky has her audio key. Yeah, you know, Sova has his drone, but he also has his information.
You can play off of it, but you can use it just for info. Speaking of playing off of it, we see Draken is getting moved in by several players here, but a good TP just keeps them on their toes. Oh, no! An ill-timed reload almost led to his own demise, but they're able to follow it up on Skyle watching his back. Draco and Skyle considering moving out here, but they've got the spike and they're so close to A, and they've taken quite a few off the table. It's a 3v4. They decide to push through anyways. The shadows go up, and
Omen had a really good blind there, but just does not, I guess, push it at the end of the day. Maybe just waiting for his teammates, which is probably a very fair assumption.
Just using it in an intimidation simp. Whoa, they decide to all just run across simp, take him out with a little side swipe there, and they're going up to heaven.
DeBoss had an opportunity for one of them there, but unfortunately missed that shot.
Ooh, in heaven. It's under fire.
2v2 now.
Serious camera switching there.
Viper's at B still. So we're just to kind of see this. Oh, does know he's there.
Ooh.
Good TP.
Ooh. Man.
Oh, he actually gets the bomb carrier, I think. Wow, and the boss comes around and they... Oh, yeah. Oh, that's why. The spike was on Omen there. So, unfortunately, kind of had a bad angle there, and they couldn't get the plant. I mean, I understand that you have the spike there, and maybe you're just kind of playing for, okay, let's try to get picked before the other guy comes here. But, unfortunately, they couldn't play the post-plant there, and it makes it even harder because Sage is just on side by herself.
Omen knows he's in a corner.
And you don't get that credit gold or credit credits.
Yeah.
Credit. Wow. Something credits.
Yeah, the old point.
More credits.
Extra credits.
And 10-5 Eruptions. That's just a good start. They need to kind of get each round. They got to play it slow and just slowly build it up because it's definitely winnable. It's definitely not out of sight yet.
It is not. No, 5 in a row is not unheard of for sure. Duelist's kind of been put on mid-duty, both offense and defense, but this time they've got the spike, so they've got Omen to try to push up with them. They decide not to go mid. I like that Eruptions and Spiders both, they don't really push until the rest of the team is ready to push with them. And there it is.
Shooting through. Oh, really
Quite
close,
a bit
actually.
of smoke. An offense and defensive smoke right there in the mouth of B.
They do have the Sage res. There's no other ults available yet for each side, so they could probably play a little aggressive and maybe look for a trade 1-for-1 and then obviously just get that res and kind of win that trade out. But I think right now Sage is definitely just ready to peek these angles because they've been hitting some good shots.
Raze is ready there to follow around. People are ready to take this mid attack. Let's see if Sage's duelist is able to catch one on the run. It doesn't happen.
Good try, though.
And that Judge is about to come out. Might catch them in the back here.
I like that road play.
Ooh.
Does trade a decent amount, too,
A 1v2,
though.
yep.
Yeah, unfortunately the Sage does go down so she can't res.
And the quick rotate now that the Raze is out of the way. It's just a free path to A, and Eruptions doesn't quite know whether they've left one in the middle to watch them or not, so they got to play slow through here or just go through spawn, which it looks like they finally decide to do. So lots of time for Spiders to set up a nice post-plant scenario here as DeBoss and Drip Lord move in nice and slow.
Oh, he still's got his wall. That's a great kind of hold there. They have the wall up.
Wow, yeah, pulling the utility out makes that drop down nice. Starts to walk right around.
Oh, great blind. What was he going to do with it?
Last player standing.
Could shoot through.
Getting a little too close, taking that
gets
one out.
one.
Big enough. Doesn't even need to follow up on it. Should go for the half here.
Oh, wow. Great job by DeBoss there. I mean, didn't know exactly where they were at all, but, I mean, just keeps pushing that.
Yeah, it was just not quite there.
Oh, my gosh. They lost by 0.07 seconds.
So close.
I thought he had it.
That's rough.
Wow. That is
rough.
incredible.
Good time play. Could have grabbed it a little bit earlier, but thought that he was going to go around the other side of the smoke there. Just good time play.
I mean, just taps, but.
Oh, taps.
And wow, that must really suck there because you played it so well. You get both kills, but unfortunately, those couple little minutes. I mean,
they matter.
A second, yeah. That was crazy round, but 11-5 now for Spiders. But this is each round is starting to become very close at this point.
Yep.
We're seeing Male kind of hovering this mid here, jiggle peeking, kind of seeing if there's anyone there. Doesn't want to commit to the angle though because they don't get back. Oh.
Sky going in for the peek. Might get punished for it.
Oh,
Not
left side, though. You got to be careful with the left side.
The old one, too. That's a nice horizontal bit, bait and switch.
Sky could get this ult orb and then kind of rotate to B with those Seekers for the retake. I think that would be pretty big. But it is a eco round for them, so maybe they don't want to commit that fully.
Spike is pushing straight in. That flash is just not quite there. They 180 it too well.
A lot of damage, though.
Yeah, he takes him out.
They do trade it at the end of the day.
4-2 with Spike down up in heaven. It is looking rough for this Sky here. Did that res come out? Slinger really hold up here. Is able to take one, but geez, Info is not on his side and walks.
It seems like the Spiders always have someone behind you.
Yeah.
No matter what it is. Seems like you get one. Okay, rotate the other one. Oh, there's another one there.
The map sense is good, and it puts you in awkward positions because even if you're privy to where they're at, it's an uncomfortable play. And all of a sudden, like lines of sight that were not issues or were, or were serious issues, you just flip sides. So.
And the biggest thing is Spiders aren't playing the angle where they're peeking you.
Yeah.
They're usually holding it after, and that makes so you have to get into their line of sight.
Good map manipulations you kind of have to play into their hands.
I think that's very important just because you definitely want to just they're minimizing their losses by just holding those angles. So at the end of the day, if you want to go and peek them, you got to have a good shot. You got to have a really good shot there.
Stinger playing aggro on this wall, might catch one or two, decides to go right instead. Cheeks right there just in case, then holds the standard left, ready for Barry to poke through. There it is. Oh, the flick is just not quite there.
Barry just had the higher reaction time there.
Goodness, that was tight. I was ready for a nice 3K there, but Barry looking to follow up on it is coming around against his Judge. Ooh, almost a good bait and switch there. If they take out Man, which they do, they absolutely just get pummeled.
Huge Judge, gets two.
Beautiful
2v2 here, though. The boss is on site.
Yeah, looking for the plant now right here in the standard default.
I think he's trying to bait the plant because then he can just Viper Spit and then just, like, take the site that way.
Male looking to poke up and take care of that.
Yeah.
The boss waiting for him. They come right around. Almost had two.
They
What
almost
a beautiful
lined
lineup.
up. That was so
almost
close.
a great
yeah,
lineup.
Yeah.
Male's got to play over that, and geez, so low from the Omen. Just
They
sneezed
know
on
where
him.
he is now, though.
They do, and look at this.
Oh, he's reloading, and just like that, the Spiders are going to take the win here. And a phenomenal game overall. I mean,
It was.
It was like 12-5, I mean 13-5 at the end there, but it didn't seem like it was overwhelming. But I will say the Spiders did just overall play better as a team here.
They did.
I think in terms of discipline and team play, they definitely have the upper hand here. No matter what they did, they never got too greedy. They never took too much. They always just kind of played smart. And I think that at the end of the day is very, very valuable that people need to look at a lot more.
And teamwork is the name of the game. Esports Tower
I was
bringing
gonna say,
teamwork.
100%. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to have a teamwork. And just like that, want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, game producers? Then join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to the industry insights, and with our featured rumbles, recruiters are taking notice too. It's a great way to score exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. And obviously, we can take a look to the bracket after this to kind of see how we got here, and of course, the next matches. So the Spiders will now be going to the grand finals next week as they took down the Eruptions. And, of course, we have the final game of the day, which is the Infernos versus the Quakes, which is two teams we've kind of seen in the past. And both great teams. Infernos obviously won it last week, so a great team we saw last week, as well as the Quakes. We've kind of seen play well, too, as well. They won their first match. So, of course, we're going to have a great game there. And, of course, that's going to be the last game after this break. And so we're going to take this break, and we'll see you right after this for the last game.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We are broadcasting from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena, and welcome back to the Esports Tower Spring Rumble Week 2. The Spiders are already in the grand finals. Who will be their opponent? The Infernos were our champions in Week 1, and now we will take on the Quakes, who are looking to make their first grand final. I am your host, Brandon Red Hot Kozianczyk, and joining me to call the action is none other than Greg Old Soul Smith. And Greg, I mean, we talked about how, Breeze is a map and stuff like that. And overall, it's okay map. I mean, what are your kind of overall likes about Breeze, not likes, dislikes about Breeze overall?
I mean, some people really enjoy Breeze.
Yeah.
I know Boise State really enjoys playing on Breeze.
Yeah.
I think that crazy map manipulation that we saw last turn with the Spiders being able to hold strange angles and totally change what the map is like.
Yeah.
You can't see it on Breeze. It's a lot more wide open. There's kind of just a line that gets pushed back and forward or maybe sideways. So it doesn't get as messy.
It seems like it's like almost like a cookie cutter with Viper, because it gets cut wherever Viper wants to put her wall.
It really
is.
It
happens a lot of times and stuff like that. We see a lot of lineups in this map. Viper lineups in this map are super annoying because she has so much space to shoot in the air.
Yeah.
And overall, I think it's a lot of teams take this differently. Some people like rushing this map. Some people like playing standard. Some people like playing retakes where they just, hey, go on site, we'll play after.
But you get less freedom with your build. It's kind of got to be Sky or KO, and you have to have that Viper.
And Viper's a must,
Almost never see Raze here. It's always Jet or sometimes Arena.
Yep.
And then your Sova is huge. It's kind of more decided, unlike those first two maps. So
I think comps have kind of always stayed down where it's that Viper is always that same variable. You'll see it every single map, just because, especially on Breeze, it just has too much power with how they've kind of reworked the map and stuff like that. So overall, expect to see a Viper and stuff like that. And of course, the biggest thing that people need to think about for these games is Doc's Keys to the Game, which is presented today by Esports Tower. Scroll Pro advice at esportstower.com. And in Valorant, you want to flank efficiently, spend and peek wisely, diminish their econ and loot, and dominate those angles. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. And that is brought to you by Esports Tower. And kind of getting back on the subject here for Breeze, I think for the most part you'll always see a Jet, always see Viper. Chamber is becoming very popular this map as well, because he's an extra op slot, and also he has a lot of cool angles you can play, like in the pyramid on A.
Yep.
You see a lot of Chambers start putting their teleporter on top there.
Yeah.
So they have the angle, get the one kill, teleport out, as well as Jet, so you have to worry about two of those.
And there's new boxes are a safe place to teleport to and from as well. So see what kind of comps we got here. Yeah, basically exactly what we're talking about here.
And exactly, we're see the Viper from each side. Of course, it's a must. And then we're going to see the Jet from each side, and then as well as the Arena.
This is actually almost a full mirror here.
The
only difference
is the
Sky versus Sova.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to be the Sky versus Sova, which are both initiators, so they're both the same thing. And you see Duck Gang. Love seeing the Duck Gang.
Now, this comp setup here, we haven't seen either of these teams play tonight, but double duelist from both of them.
They're looking to play aggressive, it seems like.
I'm looking forward to it.
And the final spot in our Week 2 Grand Finals is up for grabs between these two teams, the Infernos and the Quakes. So whoever wins this game will play the Spiders in the Grand Finals, and could not be more excited for this match.
Look at this posture. I don't know if the defenders are arguing over who needs to pick B or if they're just all going A. Okay, it does look like we're going to get some setup towards B here. I just thought it was going to be a 5-on-5 brawl.
I will say, I feel like more times than not on Breeze, you could probably get away with having 4A.
Yeah.
Honestly.
People instinctively just kind of go A.
Yeah.
It's comfortable. B is more long distance. It's kind of a big hallway with a square at the end. It's awkward to come in right at that mouth there, holding the mid. We're going to see that wall come out, which decides to cut the territory right between the pyramids here. Hasn't quite gone up, so the Victoria is going right in there.
Great TP there from
beautiful
Chamber.
TP to walk out. So now just one against it all. Prestige looking to back up Solix, though.
Ooh, very close there,
Very, very close.
Some good damage out, though.
Major Beast just looking really low.
Crazy flash there from Mo, just flashing, running straight into 3 there.
Ooh, and Infernos have Quakes just playing on the back foot as far as health goes here, but they have totally taken the site. Luno looking to take one trying to back up this play here, but it doesn't happen. Holding nice and quiet. Good
gets one. They're both really low. He's very winnable here.
A well-timed reload going to try to catch this, but they're looking to pinch him, going very wide, and there's just no good angle.
Luno playing this very safe here.
Little Viper v Viper action. Master goes for at least the half, decides to stick it all the way, but Luno's good timing takes it out. Man.
I kind of like that play. I mean, granted, I guess it's because it's a little different that they know that Luno is low.
Yes.
But I think at the end of the day, I mean, more time than not, we've seen so many times, you just hold that and you'll get the plant a lot of the time recently.
That's fair.
So
that's fair.
I think Luna did a great job of like, okay, they haven't pressed it again or something like that. There must be something going on here. Great peak, wins the round. Overall, great job from each team. Really close there.
A good call from Luna's opponent, but Luna had just a good timing. So, yeah, Master does almost walk away with it, but instead goes down, and Infernos are looking at a 0-1 uphill climb
Vandal
here.
by Fear from Victoria was taken. I mean, I'm a big advocate against not doing this.
Okay.
Just because if the enemy team gets this Vandal, they can just terrorize.
A reverse bonus is rough. Ooh. But it doesn't
very close there,
aggro here. Now the info is outplayed. Careful, Victoria was taken, is taking hearts and homes.
Ooh, great flank by Nye here.
Spike planted.
They're not going to see him, although Chamber is playing underneath here.
It's just a rough position to be going against. I think this pistol will just take him out from the side if they go up in it. And
great
he was
play.
just not ready.
Yeah. Dash through, gets to the Marshall.
Moving up here, they've got the blinds ready. That snake bite is good.
Yeah, huge.
Spike being down so long now, having everybody coming in from one angle here. That crossfire is just unbeatable, considering they have a Vandal and a Spectre here. Prestige just not quite there. Luno neither. Looking to move up with Marshall. Does take one out, but man, that Vandal just proven well.
And I mean, honestly, for a save round, Infernos did a really good job there. They got 3. The Quakes are going to have a really low bonus here with maybe 2 Spectres left, and they have to buy armor as well. So, I mean, overall, you just have to – it's a lot of money down the drain there. Of course, they won the round at the end of the day, so that's all that matters. But
and they did
I really liked how Infernos played this eco.
Yes.
They had one on site. Yeah, that dies right away. It's fine like that. But they had a great job of kind of playing around the corner flank, using that Viper Wall to their advantage, and then waiting for a flash after, getting a kill there. So
I think
overall, great job.
That if they could have sent 1 or 2 through mid, even just 1 through mid, and had some kind of a split push, it would have been a harder fight onto Prestige, but still making it through there would have had a much easier time right on site. Speaking of a hard fight onto Prestige, we see 3 moving right up into his hands. A good blind, though. He is absolutely swarmed by Victoria and co., so they've already got ready. Taking this half. Ooh, a rough reload there, but they don't get punished for it. Mo looking to flash right through just for aggression, just for information. Doesn't have to play off of it.
Oh.
Defenders have taken back the site here, but Spike is already down.
Ooh. Slux was ready, but Peeny got that kill right away on him.
Well done, Peeny.
Victoria is going crazy with this Reyna, though, I will say. They are playing so aggressive.
Oh, my gosh, and just ready to be in the game. Mo. Whoa.
I don't think the Jets saw him, though.
I think an ultra-wide monitor could have saved Mo's life right there. It really made Mo's day, but that's all right. Ooh, Mo, what?
Wow, just looking for the 3-peak, but...
Yeah, decides not to play on the Luna because he doesn't get a lot of sass from him, but getting aggressive for that Sova ends up not paying off.
It was pretty interesting, though, because Peeny made eye contact with Mo.
Definitely did.
I don't think they saw him. Like, he didn't, or at least information wasn't conveyed because no one really knew where he was right there.
Little true center of the table there between Mo and Keeney because they definitely kind of jump peek, saw each other, and decided not to look.
And the thing is the Quakes have been seeming really in sync with every player rocking the player cards as we saw with the Ducks there, so kind of embrace each other as a team, and seems like they have kind of built a good overall cohesion there as a team. And it's always good to be on good pages with your teammates.
It is. And look
in
at
and outside a game.
Rinse and repeat attitude. They are checking all the same angles and moving right in. Ooh, Nye almost took Victoria blind. A beautiful blind, speaking of which, come out from Mo, but it's just not quite played up on. Victoria was taking looks to move right in, get in for that plant, and it's planted same place every time. They are okay with punishing, not adapting.
The one thing I do want to say, though, is the Infernos, information was not relayed to Mo in that corner there. The Chambers played that spot for the last 3 rounds there. And I think the biggest thing is you want to tell your teammate Mo there, hey, don't play that spot. I've played that spot 3 times in a row.
Got swamped by 2 every time.
The thing is the Infernos are really ready for that, and if he didn't have a flash and ready, oh, great Prestige flank.
Absolutely ridiculous. Going in, helps with the 3rd, but takes 2 for himself. Prestige trying to nail down his 4th and turns for another.
Ooh,
good information. Luno is low, but is able to come up on this spike here.
Oh, I'll say Luno. I think after last round, he knew that Luno was going to peak that.
Yeah.
Wow, what a crazy round from both them, and the Infernos end up taking it with a huge flank by the 2 of these guys. I mean, Prestige, ready to go, has a huge flank, gets 2. Viper, Luno gets 2 of them, actually, but they do have that 3rd kind of ready to go. and just overall well played here.
And we talked about that earlier with Infernos, you know, maybe in round, I think it was like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
If they had players going a different way, there wouldn't have been that funnel and that so easy to crossfire. I think it was Selexic there was able to really play into that and just absolutely took him out with that flank.
Yeah, I think Breeze comes down to it as sort of a like mind game map, and what I mean by that is you need to have both your post plant and your defenders playing in angles where you're flanking. You gotta have those multiple angles here because this map is so open and wide. You gotta have those multiple angles to make it really hard for the enemy team to adapt.
Wow, Victoria was taken. I thought all that aggression was not going to pay off, but it sure did.
Yeah,
now
they are
facing up against Nai here with that Vandal on. Phantom does not happen.
Unfortunately, peeks into 2 there. Empress popped for Solex here, gets 1 immediately with it.
Ooh, Majin Biz trying to play off that delayed 1-for-1 earlier on, doesn't quite happen. And Mo taking another one means that they're down to a 2v1 now. Oh my goodness.
The skin's bugged.
It happens. It's fine.
It looks cool though. When you like don't know what the present is for Christmas, but like you obviously know what it is, like you have it wrapped around like an actual like. Oh wow, it's a Nerf gun. That's crazy.
That's wild.
How'd you? I would have never known.
Or they put the iPhone in the box and then they wrap it up to look like a vacuum.
Yeah, it's great. I love that stuff. But it's just really funny to see that bug. It's probably just a visual bug where they didn't see it as well. But it's pretty cool to see stuff like that. I mean, it looks cool.
No, that was not just a visual bug. That was a huge buff. And that 1v1 was incredibly unfair.
Yeah, the Infernos are coming back 2 now in a row and says that the Infernos have said that Breeze is the map that they feel really confident on, which would be a really big problem with the Quake.
Going huge with this head or tour de force. Absolutely takes Victoria, who has been there. I don't know about IGL, but at least their 4-front player
sure,
here.
Yeah.
That was crazy. He was tired of being picked on in that corner behind the pyramids.
And it takes a lot of confidence to do a procedure. Oh,
yeah, speaking
had
of confidence,
great.
Backed him off.
Oh, 2 angles mid though. That's what I was talking about.
Yep, gotta have that angle isolation. Master looking to follow up on it, maybe take out. But that tour de force and the knives looking to play against each other. Selexic might take one here. Not gonna happen. Luna moving up. Uses that wall in the snake bite, not even worried. They pull in another one, but Majabis is already well beyond it, looking for a plant here maybe.
Oh no! Okay, Mo got it now.
Mo did follow up on that blind. Ooh, Coaxial, comfortable with his tour de force. Looking to catch 1 or 2 more. They have a good crossfire set up here.
Oh, great smoke too. That you have to run out of
brilliant.
that.
Yep.
Got 2 bullets left of that. Gonna be kind of hard here.
Yeah, it's just she had so much in the tank for not having that wall up that this thing will last long enough that it's hard to plant. I'm surprised we haven't seen a rotate actually, but it looks like he's going to push in for it anyways. And
he has
can't
to
play.
The spike, yeah.
Considering not playing the tour de force this close, but he doesn't know how close they are. He has to sweep this entire map alone against 2 people with 14 seconds. So it's really just a save at this point with all that utility in pocket.
Yeah, and soon. So the big thing soon here is he's just going to save. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have enough time to get the bomb either. No. I think he knows that, okay, they definitely are both playing here. Yeah. And there's probably nothing here. So, okay, let's just save.
If he knew that they were playing close and crossfire, he could use some utility to break 1 and then had a good 1v1 that he could have danced around a down spike with. But only 15 seconds off the clock to clear an entire site with an op.
Yeah, it's really hard to play against a Viper, too, I think. It's just, and especially with the Jet, because, like, she can play those different angles and stuff like that.
The thing is, if it was just either one of them, it would be fine. But the Jet and the Viper really foil off of each other. Having a Sentinel and a Duelist is difficult to walk in on that with a controller. So he made the right call to walk out of there, I think, and save the team of Vandal, save the other team some creds.
And 3-3 now for the side Infernos. It was kind of looking like the first 2 rounds were pretty. Gets
Prestige.
2 and TP's out.
Just happy with these first blood aggressions, looking to just absolutely make his money back for having to walk out last round. And sure does.
And that's what we're kind of talking about with this this chamber pick here. I mean, we've seen this chamber get so aggressive. If you have really good aim, you can make it use just like that Jet where you play that really wide angle.
It's better than a Jet. He's just gone.
Keep you out, yeah.
You can't even trace that back button. He's taken out.
Yeah.
Oh, Kini Pini traded, but probably worth it, bringing us to a 3-1 and 9.
Way too low in 4v3. And Prestige getting an instant 2 and then just out of there with the TP is just so hard to deal with. And I mean, just like, what an insane play. I mean, I love seeing these chamber plays where you're playing that aggressive TP. And the big thing here is you have to obviously know you can't keep doing that all the time because they're going to start being ready for that. But I think enough to at least make them scared where they're going to play that first corner really slow. And he's doing it. Oh, that was last round. Okay, cool. I was like, I got it. The double replay got me a little scared there.
Yep. You thought he was an absolute madman.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way he does it again, right?
It looks like he's thinking about it, but he's not going to get a lot of utility off of it, considering that they are all B. Well, one hanging out in mid, but that is all of it. So
kind of slowly playing this mid angle here. Mo playing really aggressive in the mid. Victoria did a really good job of kind of taking sites in the beginning here, but no Empress has been popped yet.
It looks like they've gone really deep into mid and A and kind of gave up B there. Now the post-plant scenario
and now they're
is already kind of happening. Yep.
I'd love to see the Empress procced here, though.
Ooh, Majabis with some serious fire here decides to be backed up by one more, so we might see some mid action, even though Luno's already planting, and my goodness, Selexic going mad.
Two in spawn.
Takes 2 right off the bat.
I mean, they got the plant down, but you got 2 members just way too far away.
Yeah. Mo and Luno facing off. Victoria looking down at 2 people here, and that flash is huge. Plays off,
great
takes
shot.
the spike guard. That one in back is almost there. Luno low on health.
Good damage out, though.
He's got to post up with Kini against Nye, but there's no chance. Nye looking for another one is just helped by Master, and that's a and look at how close that last one was. Gets a little bit of a heal there. So
some good gunplay right now, though, I will say. I mean, there's some great shots.
No, they're not
good
letting people get very much screen time.
The one thing I do want to say, though, I don't know what was going on for the Quakes here. I mean, we see 2 people in their spawn, and I have no idea what was happening there. I don't know if, like, someone had to do something or someone got distracted or something like that. Because, like, I feel like, especially since they got sites so freely, you kind of can assume, okay, they're playing for post-plant. So that means you're going to have a 5v5 post-plant opportunity. And the fact that you're 2 in spawn still is just insane to me as well, and I think they're just like, I know you're trying to do, especially with that one play mid, you're trying to get them on the flank mid, but they can always just go through B site, which is or A site, which is exactly what they did.
Yeah.
And we're to see here, Master X kind of holding this with the Viper now.
Decides to go aggressive. I think aggressive defensive has been the name of the game so far, and I'd like to see how that changes in the half, because
patience up. Yeah. Ooh. They were ready for him. Great Seeker's juice here. Yeah, using the Seekers to kind of fall in here. They're going to see him kind of in their spawn.
Yep, starting to move up through that hallway for it.
Mo gets a kill. Mo gets both of the guys who are outside there.
Well done, Mo, putting him to a 4v2 without Spike even on site. They start to close out B and are walking, kind of sweeping through mid over to A.
Prestige is looking at this. Yeah, gets one.
Real takes one, goes through the smoke to try to find another. Starts swinging around, and Luno not liking it. Knows he's the last one alive and is absolutely pinched there trying to look for that flank.
I was saying, and Luno had a Spectre against an op there,
yeah,
so not much you can do there. And Spectre, especially in this map, you're playing those long angles, and you really can't do much of that thing. I mean, the fall-off damage is just way too too much for that.
The Spectres are definitely good for opening first bloods, maybe these last-second kind of dances around the spike, around the pyramids, but...
And Infernos are just on a kind of a stride. I mean, 6-3 here for the side of Infernos, and I mean, basically nothing much in sight here for them to kind of work around with.
And a full push through mid, and mid has absolutely been given up to them. They could get all the way back to spawn right here if they wanted full sprint, but they are at the wooden doors waiting for him to mull through. Looks like they're going to think about going for it, but that Spike decides to walk around. Selexic sees him still, takes one, looking to run right up into another, but the wall is there preventing him from seeing Luno. He decides to leer 4, moves straight in.
Oh my gosh, playing so aggressive for Selex here.
Just walking right in, you would think it was Phoenix on run it back. Ooh, Master.
Oh, almost had the spray there, but really low. Kini Pini is now 21 HP.
Taming the spray with that distance change. A Valorant effort for sure, but didn't quite make it happen. Get one of those in every game.
Nice.
Kini Pini ready for Mo.
I'd love to see an Empress kind of popped here, though. Granted, they have 55 HP now, so it's kind of hard, but and they're just going to take the side immediately.
Mo and Prestige and Selexic on a tear here.
Kind of going back really quick to what we were saying before the game here on how teams like to either play post-plant on Breeze or just play for the site hold. And it seems like Inferno's strat here is definitely that post-plant kind of angle, because as we've seen almost every round here, they let them take site. Usually it's kind of like a one-for-one angle as well as that. They get site, they wait, come back, all these different angles, and then they just kind of come and take all of them down instantly. Like right here, we just see so many angles they have to cover here, and it makes it so easy for the Infernos to just play post-plant there. And I think especially for B is just that site where post planning is so hard to defend because there's so many slots, and you need at least like chamber trips or something like that to have those different angles so you can not worry about those big angles like that. And Prestige playing.
Ooh, might be ready for him. That info comes out.
Oh, good TP though. Ooh, good dash. Oh, wow, he actually gets some Kini Pini
with only 4 health
HP.
left. And that was a great fire when blind and a bounce out of there. Selectsic playing cheeky here. Might actually catch one on a short flank.
Oh, was
Gets
trying to
one,
just
but it's
miss,
traded. Now it's down to a 3-3 with Spike on the board, but not quite down.
Ooh, Prestige was ready for that one.
Prestige is hungry for more with that ult.
Oh, nice
Luno.
shot. Yeah, does have the Viper's Pit.
Considering it, ooh, a wall. Last second wall, Moat doesn't quite know where
but
they
you're
are.
right.
Prestige ready for him.
If he even peeks this wall at all, Moat.
Oh,
yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
Just has
I wish the Viper's Pit was used there.
It definitely...
He had a lot of time after that first skill
Definitely
there.
could have secured the round there because Mo was too comfortable moving in with that Viper's wall up. Like, that's a serious 50-50, that angle to the side, and checking it kind of gives away the back. So I don't think that wall was the right call.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing here is a lot of ults have not been used. I think that Viper's Pit has not been used all half. Granted, it is kind of harder to, I guess, to get those attack off there, but, I mean, it hasn't been used once. The Empress for the side of Quakes has not been used once.
I would have liked to see a Hunter Fury by now.
Yeah, and I think the Hunter Fury just came out, though, actually, on
okay.
that one. But the Tour de Force, okay, there we go.
Of course, we've seen.
Yeah, and...
Ooh, that's a rough
Okay, now the Empress is procced for the first time all half. I mean, 12 rounds, first Empress, but hey, it's better than none, so we'll see that happen. You can definitely see the Hunter's Fury playing for that post-plant. They do have the Viper's Pit from both teams as well. Love to see that, but it seems like the Quakes are opting not to do that. Maybe they have, I don't know, maybe they think they have the number advantage for that. They don't need to or something. Kini Pini gets picked off there.
Quaxo might
Great
get a good one here. A good response to that flash. That 180 just saved his life. Backs up after taking that one. Majabis still watching the back of Prestige, ready to go in. Long distance here, which is interesting because, almost caught him there.
Great shot.
Finds one, ready for the next. They're all looking at him.
Close.
And Victoria is the one to really capitalize on that, take out Prestige. When they made this plant, they're not holding very close. They really did back up, and now that op is out of the way, they're ready to play close again. Oh, Victoria was taking excellent spray control, bringing us to 8-4. For the Quakes.
Yeah, I think if anything we've kind of noticed here is the B post plan is way harder to defend than A post plan.
It is.
It seems like every round that the Quakes win A post planted, they won the round. And then every time they went B, I mean, the Infernos just kind of overwhelmed too many angles, got hard at there, and then just, you know, they won right here. There's a great post plant from the Infernos this side. Played it well, just played not too aggressive, just pulled their angles, and then right there, see them win. Like I said, the second half, I think the big difference is if the Quakes could kind of up that ult percentage usage, I think it could help them out a lot. Like I said, the Hunter's Fury wasn't even used all half. The Reyno ult was used once at the very end there. The Viper's Pit wasn't used at all.
Yeah.
So Jedi's have been used like that. I mean, not too much has been gained from that, but I think you just got to keep using those, and eventually you can have a pop off there.
Yeah. I feel like we're talking to a bunch of ciphers. Use your ults.
Cypher at least has a condition for his, to be fair.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, that was a cool trap right there. Good action, though. And they're going to take it all in A here.
Starting to move in. They've totally owned that half. Oh. Screen goes down. Selectsic takes one. Victoria was stolen.
Infernos are just hitting all their shots here on the site here.
Are.
He has a frenzy, but he's really far away.
Ooh, decides to go for it anyways. Doesn't quite happen. Ooh, speaking of really far away, this goes almost takes one, but Luna goes down to 9.
Yeah.
That's another 3K for Victoria.
And I think that's like a good try. That's the one thing is Frenzy's a really good pistol here.
Yes.
But the problem is on Breeze, it's way too open. It's way too far.
Right. There's some like key points where that's absolutely huge. But again, it's really just on entry. It's those choke points. It's right in front of the walls at B. It's if you're trying to catch an opper at B. It's right around the left-hand side.
So you're playing
A.
those close angles, almost shorty distance with that Frenzy.
Yes,
because
definitely.
I mean, that's what has really good value. But that problem is when Sova goes through mid, you have to hope that someone's close to you.
Yeah, there's no medium distance on this map.
And we're going to see kind of these... Oh, they're going to 3-stack B here, but unfortunately for them, the Infernos are taking A site.
I don't know. I think this could be huge pinch right here. They might close right in before Spike is even down. Victoria was taken and... Oh, Kini Pini and Victoria was taken. We're waiting for the pinch.
Yeah.
We're hoping that the other half can make it there, but
Prestige.
oh my goodness.
There's more,
Infernos
though.
are just ready for him. Takes 2. Not quite ready for that third one. Oh, but they don't peak in time. He still has a chance to take this. They've absolutely closed in. on the Infernos here.
I think it's Luno with the Classic versus the World here. So.
Yeah. Or sorry, closed in on Quakes.
Oh, no, look at the mid. But
Luno
I think
kinda
he's just gonna look for outros. Maybe this.
Yeah.
I like this play, but unfortunately, he might get Goomba stomped here. So we'll see what happens.
It happens. Not quite. Looks like Master might be coming around looking for him. Luno holding up that spot. Might see one. Oh, decides to play aggro. Goes for
Good
the right
try.
click, but
Good try at the end of the day. But
try indeed.
I like Quakes' I guess like plan there. I think for Ecos it's kind of fun to get creative with it.
That
Just
definitely had a chance to be huge. Yeah.
So I kind of like that. I'm a big fan of like these stacks of like, okay, guys, we have all classics. They have guns.
Yeah.
But let's try to push out B main or push out here or try to get some cheeky plays here. It like you're 50-50 anyways.
When you have a traditional disadvantage, you can't play traditional.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I mean, if you just play standard, you're just gonna get rolled with the Spectres anyways.
So.
But overall, Inferno's up 10-4 now. Inferno's kind of just taking this away, playing really well too. Got a lot of good utility here and used.
Start to roll right into B.
Does have a good snake bite.
Ooh. Luno exhausting their utility to really try to slow this down
while
to get some rotation.
Just got so flash. And now they're on site here. Ooh, great hold by Luno.
Ready.
1 for 1. That's as much you could ask for there.
Yep, enough stalling that we got spiked down. Bunch Abyss. Oh, gets caught right in the thigh there.
Ooh.
Tries to follow on Prestige, but it doesn't happen. Quaxial does reply. Takes another one.
Victoria does with Vandal here.
Got to retake the site here. Nye, the only one posting. Just watching these angles. Trying to be threatening, but they're closing
Gets
in on.
one. Wait a minute. Oh, that was close. That was close. That's a really good bonus for the Infernos.
It was.
I mean, get 3 down. That's 3 guns out of the way there for Vandals and stuff, especially when you have, Spectres and stuff.
So close they can't afford, good rounds long term.
Yeah.
Because taking care of Econ is kind of a long term push.
Of course.
It's to the point where they have to start not saying, do we save or do we spend to get ready for next rounds, but counting backwards saying, all right, we only have so many rounds left. We can't be saving at the end.
And now Infernos are going to have their full buy here. So this will be big rounds for Quakes. If Quakes win this, they can kind of have that little bounce in their favor there because obviously they have to save after that. But unfortunately, it seems like they're already more so on an eco round where it's the classics out and, kind of those sheriffs and stuff like that nature. So.
Get out of my way.
Knives are popped for the Infernos, though. Quaxel already 75 HP.
Yep.
Slugs gets a pick.
Let's play.
Only one watching A here. Oh, and he has to go back to the back site, so Selexic and Co. have taken their half when we see the wall goes down.
Ooh, nice shot.
He actually, ahead of time, taking one out. Might go up for this. Could be huge. Oh, no.
Yeah, that smoke came out at a bad angle. Oh, Prestige with the...
Wow. Prestige just absolutely assailing Silver there. Takes his 3K. These Reynas are crazy.
And they're just running Luno down. They know where they were last round, and they're going right back to you. Oh,
does get one.
Okay. Not bad. But now the Quakes should be able to buy this next round. Inferno should have a next round as well. So this should be both double buy round.
Yep. And Inferno's had to use up a lot of utility and ultimate to get that. So we're going to see full buys from everybody and Quakes. A little bit of the upper hand, I think.
I think we'll have Empress up, and I'm guessing that the the Seekers are probably coming up soon as well. We can assume that.
Yep.
The Viper's Pit, probably, but we haven't really seen too much Viper's Pit usage.
That's true.
Quakes do have the Jet Knives. They might use it this round. They are looking like it's a...
They kind of need to.
It looks like they're half saving again, or maybe that was just the beginning, because they saved last round, which is... They should be buying this round. Ooh. Yeah, look, they have 2 members. It looks like Quakes is staggering their eco too much, and I think that's actually a big detriment to them, because these last 3 rounds, they have not been on the same page here. And that's 2 rounds where you're kind of back and forth, and then... It just really sucks. You're just kind of throwing away so many rounds with not having full buys.
Yep. Yeah, in a way, this stagger of the eco is kind of creating a slow feed. Ooh. And what are they doing? They're wrapping through B back around to try to catch this rotation here, and they might get something off of it. No, Coaxial takes.
Good try by Luno, but... Viper's Pit is down now, so...
It is, and he's not ready for Mo to peek him on the side here.
Great job by Mo. I like that play a lot.
Prestige coming in on the other side, too. He was kind of double peeked there from angles too wide to see.
The thing is like, do you save your knives here, or do you wait for next round,
Yeah, here it's a little far in. It's hard to say because you're playing with. It is a Prestige, but wow, health is down, and Prestige takes those 2 players that are low.
Wow.
Following that last one, Prestige with a 3K, and Mo with excellent positioning basically got to that round. Bringing us to a 12-5.
The one thing I really want to say here is that really has been unfortunate. The Quakes have done a really poor job of their eco.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been the last 3 rounds where they had 1 round where they all bought, and then next thing you know, 2 people are buying, 3 aren't. 2 people are not buying, 3 are. So it's like the moment you're kind of offsetting your eco and not having full vandals and stuff like that, that's how you bleed these rounds. I mean, like it became really close rounds and stuff like that, where it's a 3 kind of standing and not anything happening after. I mean, it just you gotta have your eco right, and I think sometimes it takes one person in your team just be like, hey guys, you gotta save here. We gotta save here. You know, someone's gotta be vocal about that.
You need to appoint a secretary.
Oh, a lot of damage.
Goodness, wow. Finds him again. Victoria was taking go crazy. Absolutely invigorated by that. Decides to keep moving up. Keeps poking in on that. Yep, pulls the ult out. Doesn't quite get a lot of money off of it, though. Selecting following up. Oh, and goes in for another one. Absolutely crazy with their own ult. Catching a 3rd on a tear. Decides to follow in for more. Looking for those last 2. Ace, hungry in the eyes. Gets one. Moves right around. That dissipate was almost huge, but Inferno's catches that last player.
And what a game overall. I mean, Inferno started off pretty slow there, but came back and just absolutely stomped right there. I mean, Solix had a great job there. I mean, just how they use their utility, and I think overall as a team, they did a just way better job. I think the Eruptions could be a lot better. They just need to, or the Quakes, I should say, just need to kind of work on that communication, that teamwork, that econ, I think, could really help them out a lot there.
Yep.
But overall, just a fantastic game here. And of course, this is brought to you by Esports Tower, which you want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, game producers. Then join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights, and with our featured rumbles, recruiters are taking notice too. It's a great way to score exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. And we can kind of look at the standings one last kind of time for the night here to see how we got here and stuff like that, with a lot of great games overall tonight. So great kind of first half here. We saw the Quakes beat the Firestorms, and then we just saw the Infernos take down the Quakes there, the Eruptions that beat the Eagles, and the Spiders beat the Blizzards. Of course, the Spiders came on top of the Eruptions, and both teams for these semifinals kind of won in pretty winning fashion.
Pretty huge wins.
Should be a great grand finals next week, and so I'd love to see kind of that. And of course, it's now time for the player of the game discussion. And I think tonight has probably been one of the hardest player of the games for me.
A lot of players tonight, though.
I mean, we saw a lot of players tonight, but to me, I couldn't really distinct of people who really popped off compared to everyone else. It seemed like today was more or less team differences. Like, genuinely.
It was.
And I think what I mean by that is I'm not just saying that, oh, wow, they're just, all,
everyone's
they're
a winner,
all better.
but quite legitimately.
I think it means more or less that the teams all work together in sync where all of them could shine.
Yeah.
They have lurkers come up, have their moments. They have people playing their utility here. And so for me personally, like I really don't have too many names here.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you do, but like for me, I think these teams just overall played so well together tonight.
I mean, just based off of the kind of kill cams that we've seen and what we can assume, big plays will go, I would send it to maybe Victoria was taking a prestige for this last game.
I think Selectic was up there too. Selectic did a really good job. I also think I forgot what it was. It was like the first second game, the Jet, who did a really good job there.
And the Raison split did really well as well.
Yeah, the boss there, I think is what his name was. But overall, I could definitely see that there.
Drip Lord had some cheeky
Drip
things
Lord had
too
some great things. Yeah, so we're going to see who it was here. And it's going to be, the boss. That's what I'm saying. The boss had some really great job of making a lot of plays today. If there was one, definitely, I think, could go to this one. He had a lot of great job of not even just having good aim and stuff. He had a lot of great opportunities where he's down 1v2s, takes 2, had a lot of cheeky angles. Overall, I think he really deserved that.
Yeah,
so.
Not necessarily huge plays, but big value.
Exactly, and I think he did a great job in their win overall. So. The player of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central, helping members achieve financial success. And that is DeBoss is the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game, and honestly deserved overall tonight. We had a lot of great players, a lot of great teams, and overall just had some really good aim and great plays that just made it so hard for the enemy team to react and stuff like that. So overall, just great job here. And, of course, this clip almost had an insane clip here, but missed it by 0.07 seconds.
So
and that's
tight.
just one of those things where you kind of put that clip in your clip video, and then you're like, oh, gone now.
Overall. And he got to the spike.
And so overall, I had a great match tonight. Any kind of following or any takeaways you have here, Greg, that you want to kind of speak up on or kind of highlight here?
Just 3 big ones. Adapt to enemy play.
Yep.
Don't move fast in uncontested ground.
Yep.
You know, put your knife away. And team play. Always value to your team is value to the game.
As I say, a lot of these times you just got to play for your team. Sometimes, going 1-for-1 and you don't have to worry about playing that lurker role. So overall, we had some exciting bracket stage in our Week 2 Valorant Rumble. Next week, the Infernos and the Spiders will face off. And the Infernos look to go back-to-back champions and potentially be the team on top of our Spring Rumble. Make sure to come back next Monday at 6 p.m. EST to see who will win that Week 2 Spring Rumble. We'll close out with the top 5 presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering $20K bonus in your degree of choice paid for, the Army National Guard is the best out there. And thank you for watching tonight, and have a great night out there.
Or someone watching a little bit.
He is going to hear the heal now. Oh, you want to shoot. That's a good spot right there next to that lever.
Whoa.
Oh, there it is. There goes a KO ult. Try to answer you with that. They're all silenced here. Oh, does get Stinger down.
Took one out on the Eruption side, so Sage is a duelist considering going up through Heaven, but they'll be met with 2 foes here, and they kind of need some backup from the Spike Carrier. Jet, on the other hand, is just waiting for people to move through so they can take Garage, and good timing. Sage's duelist takes one down and just goes aggro with the wall. Wow. A good thing they had one on their back.
Was not relayed to Mo in that corner there. The Chambers played that spot for the last 3 rounds there. And I think the biggest thing is you want to tell your teammate Mo there, hey, don't play that spot. I've played that spot 3 times in a row.
Got swamped by 2 every time.
The thing is the Infernos are really ready for that, and if he didn't have a flash and ready. Oh,
look
great
at that
prestige flank.
Absolutely ridiculous. Going in helps with the third, but
one is better in certain scenarios when you're attacking on Brim here. So we'll kind of have to figure out, what the team kind of thinks here. Maybe this could have the ult ready here. Probably start with a knife. Oh, does peek. Really wide peek there by the boss. Oh, he gets 3.
Ult out does quite get a lot of money off of it, though. Selecting following up. Oh, it goes in for another one. Absolutely crazy with their own ult. Catching a third on a tear. Decides to follow in for more. Looking for those last 2. Ace, hungry in the eyes. Oh, gets one. Moves right around. Oh, that dissipate was almost huge, but Infernos catches